Oh, it looks shorter. Check to see.
Nashville?
Yeah. Should be. See it. Take it, boy. We good?
Yeah, it should be good.
Okay. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, before we get started, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Chak, B'dash. A double honors to the apostles, elders of GMS, pushing his word through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Shai. All right, this is the GMS National Brothers, Brother Yahweh Nah, and Brother Malachi, back with another lesson. And Lord, when this lesson is edifying to the elect, and as you see on the screen, the title we'll be getting to, we're going to be tried at a major level, man. All right, and what's that major test? You know, JT, but, you know, one of the main prophecies, the Haragma, the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast. All right, we're all going to be tested by that because honestly, we can start off with Revelation 3 and 10, yeah, which they tried the world, because the microchip is going to affect everybody. Not just because we're in the truth, or we're just not going to be affected by these plagues and pestilences and things that come. No, we're going to be dwelling in it. What's different between us and everybody else? The Lord is dealing with us and going to secure us and protect us during that time. We're going to be going through stuff, but we're not going to receive that 2/3 judgment that's written for the nation of Israel that's not in the truth, trying to get right with Yahweh Ba'Hashem Shai. That's the only difference. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 10, we get 11 too. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
What's the hour of temptation? That RFID microchip. Because when this is presented upon the planet Earth, which is already here, but when it's made mandatory, hey, the Lord's gonna secure us from that, man. Even if we have to become pilgrims among the earth and we end up losing our houses, our cars, our women, you know, no matter what, we get just left at the flat bottom. Hey, the Lord is gonna protect us, man. Even if we lose everything that we got, but we didn't get hit with a nuke, we didn't take that haragma. So we're gonna be, times are gonna get hard. Times are getting harder, and we see it. But the thing is, because I was thinking about this, I think like a couple of weeks ago or last week, everybody else is stressing the fuck out, but we honestly, we just chilling. We're dealing with the gas prices, we're dealing with the inflation, we're dealing with, you know, these jobs and stuff like that. But the thing, like I said, we're not stressing out, man. We're not like, oh man, we not gonna make it, man. We not tripping. But everybody else, they bugging the fuck out, man. People are losing their minds, shooting each other, all types of shit. But we're keeping our composure.
Yep. Which that's Isaiah 33 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Stability. It's truth.
Mm-hmm. This is what's keeping us secure, man. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Shai. We have something to fall back to. We have something to run, not fall back. I don't want to use that term, but we have something to run to because we're dependent, which this world teaches you to be independent. There ain't no such thing as independent. You got to run to Esau, because if you say you live on your own, you're doing it all by yourself. You're really not, because you're running to Esau for food stamps. You're running to Esau for WIC. You're running to Esau to fix your internet. You know, if it goes out, fix your lights. So you're really not independent, you know. But we're dependent. We just dependent on the Lord, you know. And we're definitely going to be dependent in that time when that major test is brought upon us. You know, Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30 and 7, Daniel 12 and 1, Ezekiel 7. And, you know, the list goes on and on. Go ahead. You got something else?
Yeah, I got a quick one.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
Right. And Lord, when we're of those men, and we believe we are, we believe we're the righteous. Hey, we run to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai for everything. Even when we get a new job, you know, we ask the Lord, hey, Lord, you mind if I stay at this job? Lord, when I stay at this job? Yahweh Shai, I stay at this job, man. Because the Lord is in control of all of this. And we just hope and pray the Lord keeps us and guides us in the right direction. That's what we run to. These people don't run to that. They may run to God and Jesus Christ, but there is no Jesus Christ. There is no Muhammad. There's no Muhammad. There's no shit. There's a thing going around, but a flying spaghetti monster. As crazy as it sounds, people are worshiping that. You know, that's not going to secure them in that time. Jesus Christ is not securing these people. Jesus Christ is making these people bug out. You know. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 74 to 75. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same.
Right, and the Lord, it hasn't been in full effect, but we're in the beginning stages. While I'm speaking as a man, I believe we're in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble because it's getting nasty day in each and every day. You know, it's something new. The Lord is securing us. Like I said before, we're not stressing out like the 2/3 nation of Israel are. Oh man, I'm running low on money. Oh man, I'm this. Oh man, I'm that. Even if that's happening to us, like I said, we're keeping our composure. Why? Because we got Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. All right, we're not gonna trust in man. We're gonna trust, which I think it was Apostle Paul or Apostle Peter quit. I rather obey the Most High rather than men. I think was that an Acts?
Yeah, Acts 5.
Yeah, grab that real quick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Apostle Peter.
Acts chapter 5, verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
Right. Well, y'all over here waiting on Biden. Because you got a nigga at the job say yesterday talking about, hey, we struggling, or he said something to the notion of we going through shit, but over here Biden sending millions of dollars to Ukraine. But hey, the scriptures say, woe to them trusting the shadow of Egypt. You know, you're gonna be trusting in the so-called white man. If you're an Israelite, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, you trust in the so-called white man, you're trusting in the society, it's gonna lead to your downfall, man. These are the niggas who are looking at Biden. These niggas that are looking at Kamala Harris, looking at these senates, looking at everybody for help. They're the ones that's gonna take that charagma and they're gonna be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, man. Because you're trusting in the oppressor, and he's leading you to destruction. And all we got to do is get right with Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. It's really simple, man. It's really simple and honestly really easy to follow Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. The Lord really isn't requiring for much, but to our people, it's too much. Oh, I can't stop smoking weed. That's too much. Oh, I can't stop eating pork and having a super shitty ass diet, eating McDonald's 10-piece nugget meal every day. And number 8, I can't stop doing that. You know, that's fine. That's gonna lead you to your downfall, man. Go ahead.
2 Ezra 16 and 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for God is your God.
Right, so we're not gonna trip. So, you know, when that time comes, when we're presented with the charagma, we're presented with being the pilgrims, even if we're thrown in concentration camps, we're not gonna be tripping because Yahweh Bashim Al Shai got our back. Now we got this weak ass flesh, and Satan be fucking with us, but what you got to do is you got to keep rebuking that demon, and we gonna be fine because the scriptures say, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. This weak ass flesh got you thinking sometimes a little bit off course, but you gotta catch yourself, self-examination, and be like, nah, man, that's Satan. Flee from me, Satan. Nadad Maying Shaitan, man. You know, and keep telling yourself, look, man, if you gotta look in the mirror and tell yourself you're of the elect, and you gotta talk to yourself, you're not crazy, man. That's to me, that's a way of building up your faith, telling yourself what you're actually doing, because you're not in this truth for no reason, man. You know, you believe that you're of the elect, and we believe we're of the elect. That don't make no sense. You doing this truth and getting all these breakdowns and absorbing and being brothers, and you think the Lord going to destroy you? That don't make no damn sense. That's a lack of faith. Go ahead.
Job chapter 5, verse 19 to 23. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
Right, so we're gonna be okay. If we apply these scriptures and apply what we know, hey, we're gonna win, man. Which we're already winning. But when you apply scriptures to your life and use wisdom, everything's gonna be basically a smooth ride for you. You know, not too smooth, but you know, you get what I'm saying. You can grab the Isaiah 33 and 6 if you like. You quoted it earlier, but we can go ahead and grab it.
Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right. And how do we know the Lord? Well, because we fear and trust. I did a lesson yesterday, a brotherly reminder lesson. You know, we got to move in fear. You don't want to be too comfortable. As Apostle Bar said, you want to be one comfortable. You never want to be in a situation where you're too comfortable. That knocks you off your course. Okay? When you're comfortable, You don't think too much. You don't keep your head on the swivel. You get easily distracted. You know, when you stay in these scriptures and you stay reading, praying, fasting, and doing the work, that keeps you occupied, and that's building yourself up to becoming the man you truly are. Okay, and then when you become the man that you truly are, you're gonna surpass these tests that the Lord is throwing at us. You know, you gotta always make sure, hey, is this a test from the Lord? Put your pride aside and pay attention to what's actually going on, man. Because literally nobody is exempt from judgment. Okay, you can grab that First Peter unless you got something. Grab that, but after that, you can grab the First Peter if you got something. Go ahead.
Psalms 91, 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Mm-hmm. I will say of Yahweh, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust.
Right. Go ahead.
That was it.
That was it. Okay, yeah. Because the Lord is our fortress, man. He is our shield and buckler. Because the brother's getting Psalms 91. You know, the whole chapter is talking about trusting the Lord, and He's going to protect us, man. Yeah. It's all about trust. The Lord wants us to trust Him. The Lord wants us to be dependent. Not independent that Esau pushes, dependent. You know, the Lord wants to see, hey, are you going to call on me? Are you going to pray to me? Are you going to run to me when certain things happen, whether good or bad? Because even our people, they won't even want to run to the Lord when they're in a pickle, when they're in a bind, man. Like now, people are probably going to want to call on the Lord because this famine and all that. No. You only want to call on the Lord when you in a jam. You need to call on the Lord even when good things happen. You know, even when the Lord throws you, hey, why do y'all buy Shem out shy? For the good and the bad, man. You know? Because the scriptures say that times will come where, I think it says, many shall say, Lord, Lord, and thou shalt not enter into the kingdom, simply paraphrasing. Because when all hell starts to fully break loose, and the Lord, you know, has where people, oh, what were these guys talking about? Oh, these guys who are speaking the truth, hey, they were right from the Bible. They're going to want to call on the Lord. Y'all buy Shem out shy. And the Lord going to ignore them, man. Because you were bullshitting the whole time. And now that you're fucked up, now that you took this kragma, now you want to call on me? Man, hey, the Lord, to hell to you, man. That's how the Lord is going to be in that day.
But, in that first verse, it said, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, that's talking about this truth. Mm-hmm. So it tells us in Habakkuk, I believe it's Habakkuk, that the just shall live by faith.
Yep.
So if you know, when you really apply faith, you believe that you're, you know, a servant of the Lord. Which means the Lord brought you into this truth to put a hedge around it to protect you. I believe it's Psalms 34:7 talks about how the Lord has angels around His servants and they encamp around them and protect them. So if you actually believe you're a servant of the Lord, whether you're a man or a woman, but especially a man, you know, doing the work, then you gotta believe that the Lord didn't bring you into this thing to destroy you.
Right.
You're in this truth so you can be delivered, saved from these different perils that are coming.
Okay. So like. What's the scripture say? A wise man is prudent and he hides himself, or something like that.
Yeah.
Grab that, because that can go into what you just quoted.
Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil, because the Lord has opened his eyes. Because when you go into the word prudence, it goes into showing care or thought for the future. Which, you know, if you really care about yourself and your household, you're going to serve the Lord. I mean, it only makes sense because the Lord is the one. Out of the Lord comes health and destruction. You know, depending on His view on you, depending on what you do for Him. Right. So if you do good by the Lord, then obviously, you know, He's going to deliver you in your house. It says, and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Punished. And who's going to be simple and punished? The 2/3. Okay. Though they're not right now, and later on, they're not going to apply these scriptures. They're not going to be wise as serpent, harmless as dove. They're not going. They're going to be making haste decisions, you know, because tough decisions are coming, man. And you got to be ready. And what's the toughest decision you're going to make? You either going to take that charagma, or you not going to take it, and might have to be, you know, a martyr for this truth, because you don't want to bow down to Esau Edom, that's trying to portray himself as the Most High, you know? So there's a decision that you got to make. There's a decision that we all got to make, okay? Right now, it may be cool right now, you know, Esau ain't messing with you, and at that certain level, you know, you can still take a nice shower, you can take a nice nap with your wife or whatever, But there's gonna be a time where it comes where he's kicking down your door and he's bringing you to a concentration camp, and they're like, take the chip or die. There's a decision that you gotta make, man. When that time comes, you may lose your wife, your kids. You gotta be ready for that type of shit. That's why right now, damn it, Salaki. That's why right now, this is the time to get yourself together. This right now is the perfect time, especially the times that we're in. You know, that's why, the Apostle Paul said it's the year to turn up, man. We need to be turned up. You need to be on fire. There's no reason why you should be lazy and slothful in this truth. You know what I'm saying? You can grab that First Peter. You got anything? You can grab what you got. Okay, go ahead and grab that First Peter.
Where in First Peter?
First Peter 4.
Man or persons?
No. First Peter 4 since 17, 18.
Coming to the house of God?
Yeah. Just to also prove that, as well that we're also going to be. Hopefully it stays.
First Peter 4 and 17 to 18. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God?
Right, because judgment's going to get hit with us too, man. We're not exempt for this. If you thinking when all hell breaks loose, you about to sit in a nice log cabin in a mountain with 30 women and 12 bottles of yayan, you tripping, man. Esau's going to be coming at us first. He already got our names, where we're located, who we associate with, family members. He's going to come at us first because we're the ones that's teaching, So when it starts with us, how much you think is going to happen to you niggas out there that's just being niggas? Go ahead, get the 18th verse.
And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Right, with the word of scarcely, it goes into basically barely, damn near, basically. We're going to barely be saved. We're going to be looking at situations where it may look like it's through, but we got to hold our integrity and our faith because the Lord's going to pull us out of it, man. You may be 4 days and you ain't eating, and your stomach is turning upside down. But then that 5th day, hey, the Lord bless you with some food. Yeah, you gotta keep that in your mind and remain faithful. All right? The scriptures say, strive for the truth unto death. So even when you're damn near about to die, still hold your faith. Still believe that Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to protect you. When the missiles are damn near down your throat, still believe that the Lord's going to deliver you. You got to have that much faith. The scriptures say, because I was reading Matthew, Matthew 17, when Yahweh Shai is speaking about having the faith as a grain of the mustard seed. That's how much faith that you need. Now, don't settle less for that. Don't have that mindset of like a D is passing. You want to strive for an A. You want to have as much faith as you can. Now, each brother got the different level of faith, but you want to get as much faith as you can, man, especially in the times that we're coming in, because judgment is here and it's happening and it's going to get worse. You got something else? Let me see. I was trying to think of something real quick. We probably grab one more. Trying to think for like 2 seconds. We can grab that sister. Try this golden fire. Did you already grab that already?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, we'll grab that and probably end it there. But yeah, man, we're coming to some times where we're going to be tried. Our faith is going to be tested. All right, and you got to be ready. We all got to be ready, man. Because the Lord's going to try all of us. We're going to be in different situations, but we're all being tried for our faith. And when you're going through something, the Lord's putting you through something because He knows that you can handle it. Maybe you can. Maybe the Lord made you through it because you can handle death. Okay. And don't forget, brothers, we're gonna get spiritual power. The Lord may test your faith, and you stay in your trade. Hey, boom, you in a guillotine, and your last words is Yahweh Shemel Shai, protect me, and then you feel the guillotine coming down to your neck, and then you burst out that bitch, man. Luke, the 1st chapter, with Yahweh Shemel Shai, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible, man. The Lord can spew you out of there, man. But regardless, hey, keep your faith, man. So end it on this scripture.
Sirach 2 and 5. I'm going to read down to 10.
Mm-hmm.
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in Him, and He will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in Him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for His mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Mm-hmm. Ye that fear the Lord, believe Him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Mm-hmm. Is that it on that?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Because, read the last scripture one more time.
Sirach 2:10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
So when that time comes, man, hey, because when you read the scriptures, man, what the men of the Lord in the scriptures, hey, did the Lord ever leave them to perish and bad things just happen to them? No, man, they've been delivered, even if they had to become martyrs, like Apostle Stephen being stoned, Isaiah was sawed upside down or sawed in half.
Yeah, that's what it says when you look it up.
Okay,
but it doesn't say that in the Bible.
Okay, kind. But these men have been tried and been tested and going through certain things and been put to death just for preaching the names of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Because okay, go ahead.
Because it doesn't say. That's what it says when you look it up. It doesn't literally say him, but when you go to Hebrews 11, it talks about somebody being sawn asunder. Okay, I mean, more than likely. Hebrews 11 and 36 down to 37. I'll read down to 39. Just dealing with the prophets.
Okay.
It says, and others had trial of cruel mockings and scourgings, yea, moreover, of bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawn asunder, were tempted, were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented, of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts and in mountains and in dens and caves of the earth. And these all, having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise. Well, I'll read the last verse. God having provided some better things for us, that they without us should not be made perfect. So it just really goes into the different things that the prophets that went into in the times of old. And the reason they haven't received the promises because it wasn't the time.
Right.
Those men, or at least the majority of them, or some of them are here today. For the ones that ain't in the spirit world, and they're going to receive the promise very soon when our Lord returns. Yahushua. So it just goes to show, well, I believe it's Romans 15:14 or 15 and 4 talks about everything that was written in the Bible. It ain't just written to, because fuck it. It's written so we can look back at it and use it as examples. Like, namely, 2 Maccabees 7. The mother and her children, even the chapter before that, Eleazar, those things are written, like we said before, or you mentioned before the lesson. Daniel, in the lion's den, Daniel's 3 friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, all these things were written, Yahushai, all these things were written for us to look at and be like, this is what a man of the Lord should be like.
Right. So
we follow that example, regardless of what comes down the path. Whatever comes down the pipeline, we're going to take it head on, man. Right. The spirit of Yahweh Yahushua, you ain't got no choice.
Right. We're going to be demonized. We're going to be labeled as terrorists. We're going to be labeled as a threat. This is where they're going to be blamed for why the way the earth is moving, how it's moving. The niggas going to blame us for how the nature is moving, man. They're going to say it's our fault for everything. Why? Because that nigga's a fucking devil, man. Esau's the damn devil. And we're going to get this nigga. Lord, hey, Yahushua going to get you niggas, man. But hey, we got all this prophecy. And this is all gonna happen, man. So we're gonna let it happen. We're gonna go into one more. Grab Revelation 19 and 10. We'll end it there. So this has to happen, man. You want the kingdom? Acts 14 and 22. Not through Salakia. Acts 14 and 22. Through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of God, man.
Talking about the spirit of prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
Revelation 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy.
There you go, man. So, hey, on another note, brothers, hey, stay in tune, man. Get your faith up, pray, fast, do what you got to do, man, to stay locked in with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, because we need to be locked in now, and especially later, in the latter times that we're coming into. We got to be locked and loaded. Your spirit need to be at a certain level, man. I can't tell you what level, but but your faith need to be up. It needs to be up there, man. All of us. All right. So, Lord, that's all you got?
Yeah.
All right, Lord, that's it, man. Lord, one is us edifying to the elect, and before we close, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakmadash, and double honors to the apostles and others of GM message pushing his word through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, you brothers, keep fighting this good fight of faith. Kwame Shalom, I'm out of here. Shalom and above above. Shalom.